Everybody, it's your boy Curtin with another episode of the D.B.A.B podcast. A little different. Apologize for last week not having an episode. We're all over the place. I'm all over the place, still transitioning from moving from Sealy to Peaster. Still homeless, still living with family for right now before they kick me out um, with my dog and cat to the street. But all the good stuff. Thankful for it all. Here with the boys, Cletus, Adam, and Jack. Cobbs is MIA and whatnot. But we're gonna deliver a great show. We're gonna bring the juice. We're gonna bring the fire. We're gonna talk about everything. We're gonna shoot from the hip, no script, right? Obviously recently in sports we've had the MLB draft, we had the MLB All Star games, we had NBA. Um, we had the Gold Cup, U.S. Soccer, disappointing in the semifinals against Panama. All the above that we're going to talk about. So we're excited to get into it. We don't got no music today. Like I said, I'm not fully my setup here. Um, like I said, I'm transitioning, so we're just going to get right into it. And of course, we got Jack, Mr. Pixel himself, is going to be in and out of the show tonight. So bear with us. A reminder: always, you can find our podcast uh, anywhere podcasts can be found: Apple, Spotify. Um, we're on YouTube. We also got Twitter. So give us that like, follow, all the above. We appreciate it. We thank you for our listeners for tuning in. And without further ado, boys, how's it going? What's going on in y'all's world? Right, so let's start. Cletus, how's things going in Lubbock? How are things going at Roosevelt? You guys are into summer workouts. How's
It's
that
going
going?
it's going good, man. We're getting rolling. We got what, 2.5 weeks till we get rolling to the grind of football starts, you know. So going good, man. Kids are working their butts off. Could be proud of them. You know, the everything's going good in the Velt, man. We're the flex bone is alive and well for sure. So it's going good. Like I said, kids are working hard, enjoying Lubbock. This is the first time I think in my life where I've actually lived in a city, quote unquote. Right? I know, right? Everything else I've always lived like in small towns, so it's nice. There's some conveniences for sure. I've enjoyed. If I need to go get something, it's 5 minutes away instead of 45 minutes away.
Right.
So it's been good, man. Like I said, the kids are working hard, working their tails off, and like I said, about 2.5 weeks to get rolling, and the grind of football starts, and we'll see. Be good. Pretty excited.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. We're all going to be paying attention to the Roosevelt Eagles, and hoping that you guys have a successful season. Lubbock is a special place. I know a lot of people when they talk about Lubbock, it's not necessarily a lot of positive. You know what I mean? But for me, always Lubbock's home, so it's always special to me, and it's always somewhere that um, I'm always never gonna bash on it or whatever. Especially now they got a Dave and Buster's now, so
Dave
uh,
and Buster's.
Dave and
There is
Buster's, baby.
one. There is
Yeah.
one up and rolling. I've never
There's
been.
that
I've
one up
seen
road.
it. I've seen it. Haven't been
Yeah,
in.
I've driven
I've
past
seen
it. I
it.
haven't got to go to it yet, but
Hey
there's
man, hey Cletus, you in the city life now, boy. What you gonna do, man?
Dude.
You've never been a city boy. You've always been an out
No.
of towner,
Yep.
out in the outskirts. Yeah, man.
Drive to
It's
the
a little.
city. Shoot, man, I enjoyed it. Like I said, the only thing that pisses me off about Lubbock, the only thing is, and y'all know from living in it, you got the college kids who go 90 on the loop, and you got the old people who go 40 on the loop, and that's never a good combination when you get those two populations
And then you have the
driving.
Cletus.
Oh my gosh, it's some of the freaking drivers here just piss me off.
Don't
But
come
there
to
are
Dallas then. Don't come to
there are
Dallas
there
oh,
area.
are there are definitely some bad drivers in Lubbock,
oh my
but
gosh.
just like
Don't come to
Houston
Dallas.
and just like Dallas, there are bad drivers all over the
Oh,
place.
there's no doubt. But I'm telling you right now, the worst combination is the college kids, which granted,
They're
the
not there
college
right
kids
now yet.
they're not there yet, you know, and you get the old people who go 40 on the loop, and you got those people who going like 85, 90 on the loop, and it's a
Then
good
you have
time driving. So I like I said, I try to get away and get to the office before the loop gets too busy. So I try to hit it a little earlier so I can avoid all that crap.
Absolutely.
All
Don't
20.
say busy, bro.
No, I say busy. Busy for Lubbock. Busy for Lubbock.
Absolutely. Oh, you'll get used to it. You'll be fine. Yeah, once you
Ah.
get used to it and all that
And
good stuff.
Lubbock doesn't bother me. That's the thing. The
Happy
city
hour,
doesn't, but
happy
for
hour traffic in Lubbock, baby. It's a torture.
Oh, I don't want to hear nothing about no busy ass traffic.
Oh, I know.
I live right
Oh,
by Austin, Texas.
oh,
Boy,
dude,
don't
you live
start
right
with us. We
35,
have
Adam?
I-20 and
Nah,
I-30.
Dallas ain't
I-40.
shit,
No,
bro. I would scoot through Dallas compared to Austin,
no, you will not, my friend. No, you will
bro.
not.
20 miles in Austin would take.
635. 635. A wreck on 635 will tie you up for an hour and a half.
Oh, that's nothing. We have standstill traffic to get 20 miles will take you an hour and a half
Yeah, that's
in
I
Austin.
can't. I
Don't
could
try
live
that.
in that crap.
You
It's
can get around
horrible.
Austin, though. That's the difference. You can't get around. You got to get to that to get to where you need to in Dallas. Austin, you can go
Nah,
around
Austin
and get
goes
different
right through
places.
I-35. You ain't got nowhere around it.
You can go. You don't even have to go through Austin to get to different places in Austin. In Dallas, you have to take that road to get you to the other side of Dallas or where you want to go. That's the difference.
Absolutely. Well,
Uh,
Adam, to switch gears a little bit, how are things in your world and the logistics of things in
Uh,
the Austin area that you're saying is super busy all the time? How are things going?
well, it's hot, so
yeah,
Super hot.
that's fun. Got a lot of. I mean, it's tough right now because it is super hot. So a lot of these drivers are coming up with like, "Hey, it's too hot. My truck's not going to run right." You know, the coolant and stuff. The tires are gonna burn. I'm gonna have to redo the tires, all that other stuff. So we're going through all of that, and I mean, we're at regularly like 104, 110 degree weather every single day. So, I mean, it's pretty
We
tough.
cooking, baby. We cooking.
with
Yeah.
humidity.
We
Yeah,
cooking.
we got humidity as well,
That is no lie.
We
and
cooking
these.
up here.
That is no lie because even when you pull it up,
No, because
sorry, go
even
ahead.
when I mean, you could be city all day and you're still eventually got to step outside. But these drivers are outside in the weather all day. You know, they get like maybe 30 minutes for some AC, and then they're back in it all over again. They start their day at 5, in their day around 5, and they're in the heat all day long.
God bless construction workers and builders and all that stuff at this moment in time in Texas.
Yeah.
They are
And
cooking. They are cooking like bacon.
yeah, and what's the crazy thing is like you pull it up on your phone and it'll be like, oh, it's 96 right now, and then you scroll down in the app and it'll be like humidity is 52%, so it feels like 106
Yeah. Heat advisory. Heat advisory. Well, thank you.
every day.
Humidity.
Yeah, you don't know what that is.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
actually,
gotta
This
dry it.
guy,
it's
You
been
got
a
a
little
heater.
humid because we actually got some rain out here.
a
Which
little
is nice.
humid. This man got 5% of humidity. It's a little humid. This man also Lubbock traffic.
Oh yeah, freaking
This man,
Oh.
humidity
City
and
boy.
traffic in
Man,
Lubbock,
this
Hey,
humidity and
hey,
traffic in
hey,
Lubbock, Texas,
and-
boy. I tell
hey,
you what,
He's
this damn
so you know,
city
man,
slicker.
let y'all know too. The wind still blows out here like a sun.
Honestly, I'll
Hey,
take the
man.
wind at this point. We're
Right.
living in 114. I'll take some wind.
That ain't no
Cool you
lie.
off a little bit.
That ain't no lie.
Yeah.
We got nothing but skyscrapers blocking all the wind.
Well, Jack, how are things in Tiger Land there in Terrell? How's y'all summer workouts going?
Well, it's pretty good. Kids are working hard. We'll do the old cliche. They're working hard, No, it's hard to wrap your head around how quick where this season's going to start and how quick our school year is going to start. It's hard to grasp your head around that after the summer felt like it was so short and a blur. Um,
It always does, huh?
yes, I remember. I guess it seems like 4 weeks ago we were sitting here talking. Yeah, summer, baby, let's go. And then now summer basically came the last couple of days of summer, and we're starting. Uh, I know Tigers. We can't sneak up on anybody anymore. We got to bring our best effort, and our kids are starting to realize that we still got to work, which they do. You know, so that's a plus. And we're coaches. The good thing is we kept some coaches with us, and some left and some stayed. So the bright side is we got the same coaching staff. So that's some strength of ours. But it's ready to go. I think we're tired of the tired of like you're at the point of the summer where they're tired of the strength and conditioning, and they're ready to bring the strength and conditioning of what they've done all summer to the
Mm-hmm.
field. And I think we're at that point here. Some of the kids that we had that looked sloppy and slow and lost some weight, looked decent, looked better, looked stronger. And so we're at the point now where let's see if they can strap on some helmets and shoulder pads and get after somebody. We're at that point now. But I think we have one more week of we have a company come in and do it for us. So they have one more week of that, and then it's time to go. I don't know if you guys know that, but we start school August 1st.
Oh, y'all do?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we
That
get 1 week.
sucks.
We get 1 week of fall camp, and then we start school. Uh, so we're a little different than everybody else. So, but yeah, we're ready. I mean, we're ready as we got to be. We're gonna count on some young cats. I had the big cats. I would like to say the last year that made me look a heck of a lot better as a coach than I am. But now we have the young cats that I got to get right and get ready to go. If not, get my butt ripped a couple more times than I should. But we're ready to roll. But what about old Greyhound up here? What's going on in your world,
Uh,
man? I come in and Mr. Pixel makes an appearance, and he comes in and he gets, well, find out anywhere you podcast are. It's
I
man,
brought a
Griggs,
little more
man,
news.
you didn't. Nah, that was like Mr. City Slicker up there. These 90 drivers and then 40 drivers. I gotta get to the field house before Lubbock traffic hits, man. What's going on, Mr. Greyhound? What's up?
Hey man, hey, things are great, and the land of the Greyhounds and Peaster, things are popping. You know what I mean? No, it's
Oh,
Yeah,
it's been good. Obviously,
yeah.
I've been there for 2 weeks of the summer. Obviously, getting up there a bit. In June for a week and got to see the kids and meet the coaches that are still going to be there with some of the new ones, and I think they're going to be a great group of kids. Just like we've all said, they've been up there. Um, I think we've had pretty good attendance. Obviously, not as kids are doing other stuff as well over the summer, vacations, uh, Bible school, whatever the case may be. I mean, they're busy too. So, but when they show up, they show up and they work hard. They give it all they got. This past week was good to be up there again to see them and kind of just be around them more and start to learn names. One thing I kind of struggle with somewhat is names, but they'll get there.
same.
You know what I mean? That process that works its way
Same.
out. Um, but it was good. We were able to start doing some football stuff this week. Monday they got defense install in. Wednesday we got offensive install, and the kids are fired up. There's some new things. There's some things they've done in the past. Uh, New for them. You know what I mean? Just a little bit of terminology and how we're going to do certain things here and there. Um, but they're hungry. You know what I mean? They got a chip on their shoulder based on how they performed last year. They know that they can do better. That kind of typical stuff. Um, you know, the school itself is going to a modified 4-day week. So, just like Jack, Peaster starts, I think, on August 9th, right? So we got a week of fall camp. And then that next week, it's, school starting. It's going to be a little bit of adjustment for me as well. Obviously, same for Jack. They're going 4 days this year as well. So, that typical Monday to Friday. Now it's Monday through Thursday.
So what do y'all
believe,
do on game days?
you know, and it's gonna be good.
So what do y'all do on game
Huh?
days?
It's not going to affect us here that much in August. September we have a couple more, but we basically the kids come in at 12. We feed them and we do our basic walkthrough and our pre-game stuff. We just do it. We just get to sleep in a little bit. Coaches come in like at 10. Kids come in at 12. We do our basic uh, Friday afternoon, Friday night type things, but we just do it earlier in the day, or we do.
Because y'all get out at noon, right? Or the
No,
year
we get
before.
out the year before So Terrell's been this. They were half day Fridays for half a year 1 year. Then they went full Fridays, and now we're back to 4 day. But we're really not 4 day, and like maybe August, no 4 day. We're 5 days all August, September. We have a couple 4 day weeks. And then April, May, we've got a couple 4 day weeks. But other than that, it's not going to change much. I don't say. I mean, it's a perk, but it's going to be a struggle as well too. But it's just retention.
It's just gonna be that. It's just gonna be that adjustment period. You know what I mean? We're all used to that Monday through Friday type stuff, and so the transition from that to a 4 day week. You know, because we haven't really talked about it much in Peace either in terms of looking that far ahead. You know, I mean, there's been so much other stuff that we've had to, I don't want to say deal with, but kind of work out and figure out just right now, and everything else will come with time. But just like in Terrell, we'll have it all situated to, if we do have Fridays off, we'll have a schedule for them boys to go off of, and I think it'll be pretty good for them. You know what I mean? And like to let them sleep in a little bit, and then let them come in and have meetings and feed them breakfast and kind of all that stuff, and then let them kind of go hang out for a little bit, and then come back and play. I think it's gonna be different, unique, for us and Peaster and for them and Terrell to figure it out. But once they get into that routine and the season gets going, it's gonna just, I don't think that'll be something that gets thrown on the back burner because everybody's just, so.
Right.
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to be in Peaster. Yesterday, I finally got my classroom, so when I go back, I get to do that fun stuff of setting all that up and whatnot. So I'm excited. The only downside I have right now for me is trying to find housing. You know what I mean? So that's been a little bit of a pain in the backside to deal with. Um, but like we've talked about it before, everything will work out. It's just you got to stay patient, and understand that things will happen when they're going to happen, and just keep the faith, right? So
Oh yeah.
it'll all
What
work out. It'll be good.
and what year you start, Josh? How many years is this about to be?
This will be year 6. I'm starting.
6? Dang. And
Yeah,
Jack,
you know, man. Now,
how many? What's this for you?
7, 6, 8, 7 or 8. One of them.
Damn, y'all freaking
You
some
know, man.
y'all some young bucks. Holy
Y'all the
crap.
old heads. Old heads.
That one.
No,
that
me, dude. I'm starting year 10.
Yeah.
I already knew you were an old head, huh? When you started talking about 90 mile an hour drivers and 40 mile an hour drivers and
Yeah,
the humidity in Lubbock, I was like, yeah, he an old head.
yeah. I'm starting. I'm starting year 10. I can't believe it's been 10. I
you've been in
can't.
some
I
good
can't. And there goes Pickles, dude.
There goes. So,
Adam,
like
you
we
need to
said,
just
he's
go.
going to be
You
in and
just need to
out.
go fix your brother's internet.
I know. I'm saying I'm gonna be in the flesh tomorrow.
Gosh almighty, this is wearing me the hell out.
Jack needs to just go to the school and hop on their Wi-Fi. So
Heavens, for real. This is ridiculous. And it's about the same time, 8, 9 o'clock. So I'll be streaming stuff on the TV. It's the same thing. Does the same thing. Cuts out and cuts back in. Could be
Maybe
too
somebody
hot.
stole your.
It's cooking
Maybe
too.
somebody stole your internet and they're sharing it with you. And you just don't know it.
Well, if they are, they better
Pay up. They better pay up.
They better pay up or they crap, man. Some BS.
yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
Shoot.
So
Well, anyways,
anyway, let's change.
switching gears.
We won't do sports. Let's change it up a little bit. So if you didn't know, Josh texted me, I guess, a couple weeks ago. Y'all aren't real big into this crap, but I figured it'd be a good, interesting discussion. Well, he mentioned the other day about the blockbuster movies right now that they're bust.
Ah, yes,
They're
yes.
busting, and we
Mm.
they're like predicting like they're multi-million-dollar movies that be being made, and they're expecting billions in the box office and not
Mhm.
getting billions. And so Josh asked me why. He goes, another bust. Disney's first bust in a movie, which tied in. They finally got what they were asking for, but he said it was a bust. And his question was, why do you think they're busting?
Uh, you want to you want to you want to go like, oh, people just don't go to the movies, but I mean, hell, the movie theaters are
Did people go?
people go. I I think that I think part of it is like the cost of what it costs to make a movie nowadays. That
Yeah.
differential of the profit to cost ratio is
Yeah.
Right.
so narrow. Like think about how much Star Wars, how much it cost them to make the original Star Wars, and how much it made. How
Right.
much it cost to make the first three Indiana Joneses compared to how much they made. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I'm sure the cost of things right now are more expensive
Yes.
than economics teach at the because that because the cost is so high, that profit margin is not great right now for movies.
So now
But
it costs more to go to the
Right.
movie.
yes,
Yeah. So
and you
yeah. So
and and people like just think about this. If you had an option, and some people take this, if I could stay at home, pay $30, stay at home and watch Oppenheimer in my house, people may do it. Then then just dealing with jackasses, you know, especially if you have a good TV, a
yeah.
good sound system.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I understand. I
Right.
understand that. Go
I
ahead.
I think. Oh, I was going to kind of piggyback what he was kind of saying with how much movies make. How much it takes to make movies nowadays, and how much goes into them with. Because I'm always curious when I see movies are made. Like for example, like recently, like the Indiana Jones movie, the new one that just came out. I think it was literally over $200 million to make. Um, and I'm always curious of like what goes into those figures to make them so astronomical for movies. You know what I mean? And obviously, the special effects gets that's a certain percentage of the budget. Um, if they film on location, all that stuff, paying the crew, paying the actors and all that stuff, because they actors get a certain percentage up front. Like hey, come play in this movie, we'll give you 20 million, and they might structure the contract to where they get that sum up front, and then they get a certain amount of the profit proceeds, or whatever the case may be. So it's like what Cleet was saying with these movies, that they are so expensively made for whatever reason, right? That they percentage or certain figure just to make a profit. So if a movie is cost, if it costs $200 million to make, and then those figures sometimes don't even include the marketing that goes into it. So they can spend easily another $100 million to market it, especially for the big movies, the big blockbusters that come in the summer and stuff. I mean, like if a movie makes $600 million, you think, oh, that's a lot of money. But when you factor everything out, they may or may not, break even. You know what I mean? So it's just curious, too. I still think people still go to the movies. Case in point, the Super Mario's movie did really, really well. I think it made over $1.2 billion. It was a really good movie. It
It,
had really good reviews. People liked it.
mhm.
Obviously, some of the other movies that didn't do as well. You go look at Fast 10, which I thought was a good movie, but I think sometimes for franchises like that, they kind of get a little bit of a fatigue to them with their viewers and people going to watch movies. You know what I mean? Like they could be entertaining, but compared to the first few, once you get 10, it's you kind of sometimes lose people's interest in watching those movies, and they kind of wait till they come out on demand. You know what I mean? Like how we have it nowadays, so you can watch movies on demand. Um, the new Shazam movie wasn't very good, so people didn't go see it. Um, Trying to think of some others. Indiana Jones hasn't done well. Um, the Little Mermaid didn't do well. Um,
Well,
so it's just interesting. You can kind of look at the consumers and kind of see that they're just not liking what some of these movies are being produced. I know for some people, the Little Mermaid, they were been out of shape about the lead actress. You know what I mean, and who they
Mm-hmm.
picked, all that kind of stuff. So sometimes that plays a factor into people whether they want to go see these movies or not. Um, and some of these movies, like they want to get the domestic totals to be high, but a lot of them bank on the international box office to get them a
Yep.
lot of money. You go look at Fast 10 on Box Office Mojo, and look at the breakdown of the profit the movie made, and like 20% of it came from the U.S. and the rest of it came from international market. I think, and then too, like Jack brought it up too, but like sometimes the scheduling of all these blockbusters, they all kind of just run all over each other because you have one comes out, and then a week later another one comes out, and then another one comes out, and another one comes out. So like when you think about it, some of these movies have like a 2 to 3 week window to make their money
Mm-hmm.
before
The next
you
one.
have another big blockbuster and knock them off the pinnacle. Yeah,
Well,
and then
so
a lot of times too for
here's an
movies,
interesting
they go
stat.
make.
All right, go continue. But here, continue. Interesting stat. All right, so I just looked at CSNBC. All right,
But
and it said that 2023 box office is inching closer to pre-pandemic levels, with inconsistent performance from blockbuster features for the first 6 months. All right. Well, the domestic box office is tallying 4.6 billion in ticket sales through June 30th, nearly 20% increase over the same period in 2022. Okay, still lags behind 2019, which 2019 is the the highest that they've ever been. Uh,
what movies were coming out in 2019? Is that in game?
yeah,
Was that in game
yeah.
2019?
And from January to June 30th in 2019, 57 films were released in 2,000 theaters or more. 2023, there have been only 45 releases during the same period. So less movies, right? But a lot of it, like they mentioned, so they're catching up. People start going to the movies, but I would say a lot of it is the tie-in to each other for a lot of things. But I'll give you some numbers for. So this summer, the highest grossing movie this summer is Spider-Man. Then it's Guardians of the Galaxy, Little Mermaid, Transformers, Fast X, Indiana Jones, Elemental, The Flash, Super Mario Brothers, The Sound of Freedom, The Boogeyman, No Hard Feelings. That's the top 12.
By the way, Spider-Man animated.
Yes,
You
and it's
know,
Columbia, and it's not one of the top
Mhm.
it's not one
top
of the.
three movie producers. It's not Universal, Walt Disney, or Paramount. It's
Mhm.
Columbia.
What
So
was Super Mario was what? Imagine.
Universal,
Is it Universal?
yeah.
Yeah,
So, but like, interesting
yeah.
topic.
I just think there's
But
yeah, I just think there's several factors that go into it. Some of those movies were hurt by stuff going off screen, like The Flash was hurt by their lead actor in The Flash. Obviously, he has stuff going off that affects it. There's a bunch of things that go into it, but I think
Mm-hmm.
sometimes too, a lot of these movies are built up to be a certain way, and then you go watch it, and it's like not as good as what you thought it was going to be. Like I know for me, like one that sticks out was like Black Adam. You know what I mean? Because obviously The Rock does a really great job of marketing his movies and all that kind of stuff, and then
It
you
was
go
just
watch it. Okay, you know what I mean? So
bleh. Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean? So like
Well, yeah.
obviously the marketing. Oh, go ahead.
No, go, Curtin. Sorry.
No, I was just saying like it's piggybacking off again of what you said earlier, Cleet. With these movies they cost so much to make that these pressure, if you will, to make so much money, and when they don't perform well, it just these companies lose so much money. You know what I mean?
Hey
So
Jack. Hey Jack. Can you look this up? How
What's
much?
up?
How much was Spider Man and Mario Brothers? How much did they estimate? How much was it to make those two movies?
Got it.
I'll
Because
look up
you
Mario.
usually animated movies are probably a little cheaper to make because you don't have to have studio. You don't have like location space. You don't have to have studio space. You don't have to have. All you have to have really have is just the studios for the voice actors
90 million.
to make. Really,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that
You
Super
also
was
know
Mario.
the
Super Mario
voice.
was
So
a million.
you got to pay for voice. You got to pay for voices. You got to pay the animators. So I mean,
it.
it's up there. It's not the same price as a.
Right.
It,
Here's going to be the big one. Is it next week? This week? Mission Impossible.
it came out Wednesday.
So
Yeah,
Tom Cruise is, his movies have traditionally done well, you
right.
Yeah.
know, and so I'm kind of curious to see how Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning does
Yes.
this opening. These first three, four, these first few days,
Yeah,
these
I
numbers,
agree.
because you know the one thing I'll say about Tom Cruise is he's probably, he's old as crap, but like he is a movie star. People
Yeah,
go see Tom Cruise. People go see Tom Cruise movies because Tom Cruise is in them.
right. Yeah, just
It's
go
kind of
look
like
at Tom
it's
Hanks.
kind of like The Rock. You go
Yeah,
see because The Rock's in it.
right.
You know.
Absolutely. The good thing that helps with like the Mission Impossible movies is that they've all been pretty good too. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
you have a good movie with a good lead actor who's a household action star. He's going to draw people to the box office based on who he is. Just go look at Tom. Now I know Top Gun 2 was something that
Maverick,
had been,
dude.
Top Gun 2 was
So
something that had
so
been waiting on for a
as you
long
brought
time.
that up, I look at this. So top, which Top Gun is. Top Gun Maverick's one of the greatest box office right now.
Hmm.
As of right now, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is only 200,000 away from passing that. But we were saying that the box office is not the same as it was, but it's only 200,000 away from beating Top Gun Maverick, and it was out a month later because Maverick came out in May,
Hmm.
Spider-Man came out in June, and it's a month away, and it had a movie to come out right after it. Maverick had a movie a week, at least a week before the next movie came out to topple it. Spider-Man had to go against one movie this year. That's this.
Was it
This is the stat.
was
It
it
was Guardians of the
Guardians?
Galaxy. Yes, it was
Yeah,
Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's impressing me is that Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is
but
still ahead of Guardians of the Galaxy. And
but my
go ahead.
uh my thing is though, like animated though is a lot to me. You can make it's not necessarily money, but it 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 gets a bigger audience because let's face it, animated movies you can bring. It's probably pretty safe to bring kids to animated movie. You know, it's probably pretty safe for me and Josh to go watch Across the Spider Verse. You know, so it reaches a lot bigger audience. It's probably like or Guardians or Maverick or Indiana Jones. Have y'all seen the new Indiana Jones?
Good. It's a good movie.
Yes,
I have.
You haven't,
It's very
Adam.
good.
Yeah, I enjoyed
To
it. Yeah.
me,
I haven't seen any of these movies y'all are talking about.
oh
Not
really?
a single one. No.
Are you a big movie
I
buff, Adam?
no, but I also don't go to the movies.
Oh, fair enough. You
Oh,
rather
we need
spend
to
your
change
money on
subject.
something else.
Yeah, no, Adam's been kind of sitting over there quiet, but it's kind of like Cobbs when we're
Yeah,
talking about
I
earlier
don't I don't know
about
anything about
baseball.
these movies. I haven't seen the Second Gun. I haven't seen
Maverick's
Guardians.
pretty
I
good.
haven't seen Spider-Man.
I haven't seen.
I think the
Spider-Man.
only new movie I saw was the new Flash, and that was just because I had a free movie ticket. So, and it was the only one that worked in the time slot.
What did you think of the new Flash movie?
I don't
What did you
know.
think of the new
I
Flash
felt like
movie,
they
Adam?
tried to fall into like a Spider-Man No Way Home type movie. I feel like DC tried their own version of it by bringing a bunch of different villains that they'd had in the past. I feel like they just followed the same script that Spider-Man No Way Home had, in my opinion.
So that's been the one thing that's been interesting because I've gone through and read about like Marvel versus DC when they make their movies and stuff like that because obviously Marvel has their little monopoly or their their dominance at the box office, if you will, with the Avenger movies and then Iron Man and stuff like that. But like those movies have, for the most part, all been made pretty well and are good, entertaining movies to go watch. And then you go watch the DC movies, for the most part, they haven't. They try to compete with Marvel and try to do Marvel things, but it doesn't come off right. You know what I mean? Like they don't do it. DC struggles so much, with their movies. You go back. Besides
Which
that, Suicide Squad was pretty good. The new Batman was pretty good. Um, but like Justice League wasn't that good. Well, it was okay for me, but like didn't do that
That
well.
movie was 4.5 hours long. Who's got that kind of time in the day?
Well, I know. Well, the Zach put in the theaters. You know what I mean? So, uh, but stuff like that, like it's
I'm
just
still saying, who got 4.5 hours of their day?
I split it up. When I watched it at home, I split it up in 2 hours and watched it. But I don't know. It's just interesting. Like I don't know. And Jack and I talk about it all the time with the movies and stuff. Because we're movie guys or whatnot. So it's just usually when summer blockbusters come out, there's I would say anywhere between 2 to 3 that hit it off and break records and make money, and the rest do okay. And then you're always going to have your box office bombs. But it just feels like this summer it's just way more bombs than what there usually is. But I think part of that too is just the movies not being that good. Like they're just not making good movies at the moment for the most part. But
Hey man, I'm just kidding.
anywho,
So Adam, what I mean,
but
so
anywho.
Adam, how do you? We haven't seen you in a while. So how do you feel about the Vegas Golden Knights winning the Stanley Cup?
I'm not a fan, but they were the better team. Their goalie had a lot to say about what everybody was saying about him. So he proved me wrong. But however, they are still a expansion team. So everybody knows how I feel about expansion
Oh,
teams.
you're not wrong.
But outside of that, clearly watching it, they were the better team. But if you also look at it, Matthew Tkachuk was hurt, and that was their leading point scorer on the team. So, I mean, it's hard to do anything like when you don't have your lead point scorer as well as one of your captains. So it's kind of tough. But Vegas was overall the better team. They had the number one ranked defense, number one ranked in puck control, and they scored the most playoffs. I mean, all that's hard to beat. There's not a whole lot you can do when they swarm the board over everything.
Shout out Vegas. Good job, Vegas.
Right.
Stars get it next year, baby.
Mhm.
I do.
Speaking of some NHL, when I was at Walmart today, and you reminded me of y'all two Star fans because he had a Star shirt on, and then he walked past me and he was walking in front of me, and on the back of his left calf was the Dallas Star tattoo.
That's what love it, baby.
So
Dallas Stars, baby. It's a way of life.
yeah, so
No,
I think
Yeah.
it's pretty ironic.
No,
Another bringing up Vegas. Another cool little topic is that spear. The spear in Vegas. Have you guys seen that?
mm.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, the ball.
I think
Yes.
that's
That
badass.
is one cool.
Yeah, I think
I
that ball thing is badass.
Yeah, when I was there, it was under construction, so like it wasn't all the way done yet. But we drove by it, and I mean, it was just badass to look at. But I didn't actually see it completed.
It's pretty big, ain't it?
Yeah, it's huge.
Like obviously you can tell from the pictures, but like seeing it in person is
Yeah.
pretty massive.
Vegas is
It looks sweet. Like I've seen some videos on social media of all the different stuff they've done on the outside, like the videos they've had going. I can only imagine what the inside's going to be when they have concerts or shows or
Yeah.
whatever. I'm sure that's going to be
Oh
immaculate.
yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Vegas has got it going on right
Yeah.
now, man.
They're
Won't
gonna
be
get a
long.
baseball team
It won't
before
be
you
long
know
till
it.
they
Yeah,
get a baseball team. Yeah.
they're going to get a baseball team before you know it. They're probably going to get an NBA team over there. It's going to be popping over there and Sin City. You know what
I
I
don't
mean? So,
see. I mean, I don't see why not. Vegas is fun. So
yeah, absolutely.
Wouldn't know.
It's on my
Wouldn't know.
bucket list. I haven't been. I want to go so bad.
Vegas is fun.
Okay. Well,
Hey, I want to say that I'm 2 for 2 on Stanley Cup winners. Last year, I went to Nashville and watched the Colorado Avalanche play Nashville Predators, and they won the Stanley Cup. This year, I went to go watch the Las Vegas Golden Knights play, and they won the Stanley Cup. So maybe I need to go see the Dallas Stars so they can win the Stanley Cup.
yeah, something, man.
Right now, I'm 2 for 2. So
I've gone to more Stars games and they still don't seem to win at all. They don't. They get closer though. Since the year of the shutdown, they keep trickling their way back into it in the hunt. They number 2 in points all year in the West, and
hey, we just need the seasoned. We just need the youngsters to get some seasons under their belt, and then they'll know how to perform when the playoffs come around.
they got a pretty good. I think the still think the ride or die for the Dallas Stars is Joe Pavelski. To me, that he is the silent captain. I love Jamie Benn, but I think he's the silent captain because that young Wyatt Johnson lived with Joe Pavelski, took a little notes from Joe Pavelski, and he woke up at the last part of the playoffs. So
Yeah,
they got some good talent. They're going out the way.
I will say that. I mean, we did miss Hakanpää during
Yes.
the series. When he came in, he made a big difference. He's a big body frame, and he's one of our better defenders. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see where the Star future. They really only lost one player, which he did make a big difference in Max Domi. But for the most part, the same team stays together. Rope Hintz was one of the top 3 leading point scorers in the playoffs, and he played one less series than half of these guys.
Yep. Yep.
I will say that that Edmonton will have a chance as well. They keep getting closer and closer every year too, but I feel like they're coached by Doc Rivers.
Dang. Dang. All right, we'll change it now. Let's go way too early predictions for the NFL season because we know it's literally 50 days away. Way too early.
54, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. From our way too early predictions for the NFL season. We all know our teams, the Rams, Titans, the Cowboys, and whatever hat Adam wants to wear for the day, but he's a silent Cowboys fan.
Cowboys go to the playoffs.
So the question is, AFC, the top teams in the AFC, the top teams in the NFC,
Mm-hmm.
or a sleeper, sleepers,
top 4.
top 4 and sleepers. What you got?
Okay, let's go top 4, and then we'll go sleepers. I think AFC top 4 teams. I think you got the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Bills, and I want to say, for some reason, I want to say the Chargers for right now. Just because of quarterbacks and stuff. Obviously, the top 2, actually, the top 3 are literally it's top 3, and then that number 4 spot. I feel like I want to say you can throw anybody in there, but you can't. Obviously, it's not like you can throw the Titans in there or whatnot. But
You can.
Well,
Until they prove otherwise.
Brother, they got 6 quarterbacks on their roster. They're about to line up a quarterback at top 10.
It's kind of hard to go with the Chargers just because
point?
who they're in the division with.
yeah, I know, but I'm just trying to think. Like I go AFC East. The Dolphins will be in contention. I don't think they're a top 4 team. The Patriots, I don't think they're a top 4 team.
You forgot.
Even
You
with
forgot
Aaron
one
Rodgers,
I think they're going to be pretty decent this year, and it's Trevor Lawrence's squad.
The Jags, baby.
Unfortunately.
I think
Jags.
But I'm not. I don't.
The
I'm not
Jags got
arguing
some
with you
young
for-
studs, so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And they got enough vets to help kind of
and that's
push those young studs along.
Yep, and I think that's
And,
to me that's a sleeper.
and Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne both playing in Clemson together, and then both carrying over that
Tigers.
camaraderie over. That always helps.
Yeah. All right, Cletus, what's your AFC before we move to subject? What you got your top 4 AFC teams? You want to piggyback on Joshua?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's
Obviously,
Cletus' pick on the AFCs.
The Chiefs to me are. I mean, until someone consistently dethrones the Chiefs, they're going to be. Let me rephrase that again. Until someone consistently dethrones Chiefs, or until Patty and Andy Reid retire. That's they're going to be the team of the AFC.
You're making so much noise, girl.
Hey,
Special guest, say hello. We're talking football right now. You say, "Go Canes."
Oh,
stop. Quit
Wreck 'em.
watching that girl.
Wreck 'em.
Go Canes.
Golly.
Hey, also, can you say wreck 'em? You say wreck 'em?
Yeah. So you got the Chiefs.
I got the Chiefies. I don't know why my Cincy.
Okay.
The Bengals. Okay.
I like Cincy. Chiefies, Cincy.
I know. Oh, what's your tools?
I don't know why I want to say Baltimore for some reason.
Oh,
That's
they not no sneaky Pete.
They'll
They'll put up numbers. I'll agree with that, but I don't think they'll be a top 4.
Well, you got to think about the top 4 in division wise too.
Yeah, because I just
division, Steelers and them and
the Bengals.
No,
Are
that's
they
true.
No,
Steelers will have a winning season because Mike Tomlin knows how to, but the Steelers won't be good.
Shoot, man, the Bills.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
yeah.
To me, it's just the AFC goes through Arrowhead. That's the bottom line.
Go ahead, remember?
No, I don't.
So, all right, you guys both mentioned the Bills. I'm sure Adam will mention the Bills too. If Josh Allen goes to the Cowboys, does he win a Super Bowl in Dallas?
Yes. He's a stud. He helped.
Josh, what is your take on
Who's that?
Go ahead. Continue your take.
Repeat yourself. I'm being
I said
attacked
if
by
Josh
a 3-year-old.
Allen goes to Dallas, he wins a Super Bowl. Yes or no?
Not right away, but he would. Yes.
I think he helps make the Dallas. Stop it! You're being so loud. I think he elevates Dallas to actually being a Super Bowl contender compared to what Dak was.
I agree with that.
Dak is whack.
Stop.
So Dak and Bills, they don't do the same thing they're doing right now.
If Dak goes to the Bills,
if
no chance. No chance they do the same thing without Josh Allen. If you flop them, there's no chance the Bills are the same.
I think they are. Dak has done the same thing in Dallas as Josh Allen does in Buffalo. They both lose playoff games. Proven fact. All right, continue. What's your 4?
I mean, I'm obviously going to piggyback and go the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Bengals. I'll probably go with the Chargers. I mean, that one, the 4 spot's kind of all up in the air. I would either go with the Chargers or the Dolphins. But with the division the Dolphins are in, that one would be kind of close.
I didn't
Because
think
the
about
Dolphins did play
Dolphins.
well last year, but they also have Tua, who is one concussion short of turning into a Troy Aikman.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if Tua stays healthy, they got the talent around them to make it happen. So I would say the Dolphins, but if Tua stays anybody on their core offensive side doesn't stay healthy, I would go with the Chargers.
Got it. You guys all four said the same thing. Y'all leaving out the Jaguars, the Colts, the Steelers, the Ravens. Who's
the Colts
sleeper?
quarterback? Who's going to be the Colts
No,
quarterback?
I'm just saying.
I don't like the Colts.
Well, like I know you.
I don't think the Colts is a good thing.
So who's the sleeper team that is not picked?
The Jaguars.
Probably the Jags. Yeah, I agree with that. Jags are probably the team.
I can't put them in my top 4 because I don't know if they can repeat, but I wouldn't be surprised if they repeat.
What helps them is they're in such a shit division. That's what helps them to make the playoffs is they're in such a shit division. Because the Titans are in damn shambles, the Colts are questionable, and who knows what the hell the Texans are going to do this year. I mean, that division's so weak. If the Jaguars are just the same team that they were last year, they'll win it again. And they've gotten better.
Yeah. Jags are a good team. I just don't know if they're the top 4 in the AFC. In their division, they're the number 1 team in the division, for sure.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's a playoff spot. So what's a team that's a wild card that's going to sneak in to you, a sleeper that's going to sneak into the playoffs that you didn't see coming?
I mean, now I don't. I mean, the AFC, shit. I don't know. It's hard for me to pick anybody else than to see the Chiefs come out of the AFC.
Well, yeah, I'm saying a team that makes the sleeper is someone that surprises you that makes the playoffs.
Probably the Ravens. I don't see them squeezing into the playoffs, but I would be surprised. I would be surprised if they squeeze the playoffs. Adding Odell's not going to help them that much.
Right.
They were horrible last year. They had the fluke the year before. History continues to repeat itself.
I'm not. My sleeper is you can't always count out the old man that is Bill Belichick. I say the Pats.
That's fair.
Okay. I was thinking either the Patriots as a sleeper team, like obviously, they're not terrible, but them or the Steelers, because the Steelers are always consistent.
Yeah.
The Pats or the Steelers to me are going to be that sleeper. Definitely. If they don't get close in the division, they'll sneak in the wild card and make it the wild card weekend game. Definitely with somebody. So that's my pick.
I do see Mike Tomlin not having a losing season, so I would agree with that. I don't know about the Pats. I know that you can't count out Bill Belichick, but I think that if I were to go with the Steelers or the Pats, I would probably go with the Steelers.
Right.
Bill Belichick hasn't had to rebuild in a long time, and he's struggling very mightily with it.
That's true.
You're also in a tough. If he was in NFC, it'd be a lot easier for him. But he's in
a
tough.
But I mean, Mike Tomlin has rebuilt almost for a long time now, and he still constantly puts up winning seasons. He's still constantly in the hunt. Is kind of what my point was there.
Yeah, I get you. All right, NFC here, Cletus. We won't let Josh go because he's being interrupted. All right, Cletus, your top 4 teams in the NFC and a sleeper.
Top 4 in the NFC and a sleeper. Freaking A. Obviously I think the Eagles. That's a pretty chalk pick, but until they prove otherwise.
Sunday school answer, man.
Yeah, Eagles.
So you're saying the Eagles go the first time in 25 years? The Eagles are going back to back at NFC East champions.
I don't think
you're saying that's the. This first time
I'm
this
saying
can
they're
happen.
one of the top 4. I'm not saying they're going by. I say they're one of the top 4 teams because
Okay, gotcha.
in their division, I mean, I'm not
Honestly,
a
the
big.
NFC kind of trash. So
The Niners are still.
I get you. I get. I'm
You
saying
know,
NFC East: the Dallas Cowboys, Eagles, Commanders, and who's the last one? The
the
Giants.
Giants.
Giant.
You're saying the Eagles are going to be the first, break that curse that they haven't had a repeat champion in 25 years. Are you going to say the Eagles win it back to back?
Yes.
No. Continue. That's one. You got the Eagles. Go. They're going to break a 35-year-old
Okay.
curse.
Hey,
Go.
Is that a Cowboy fan talking or what?
No, I'm saying for the last 30 years, there has not been a consistent winner in the NFC East. Every year has been a new winner for the last 30 years.
All right.
But I still think the
Go,
Eagles have
your
one of
top
the best
four, go.
rosters.
Okay. Yeah. Eagles
in it.
number one. You got Eagles.
Eagles,
Okay.
the
Go.
Niners, Eagles, Niners.
Who plays quarterback for the Niners? That's my question to you. Why you would put him in the top 4?
I just like the roster. I understand the quarterback stuff, but I think that again, looking
No,
at
I'm asking who would you put at quarterback if you were in that situation? That's what I'm asking. Trey Lance only played 1 game. Brock Purdy came out there, Mr. Irrelevant. But like, what do you do?
You want to go say competition, but you invested so
Alex
much.
Smith, anyone. Alex Smith, anyone. But put the ball in their hand and tell them to go make it to playmakers.
That's what they tried in the playoff game, and they got embarrassed.
He couldn't throw, man.
I'm just saying, the quarterback has made a difference. Brock Purdy has made a huge difference on that team on how far they went. It wasn't like they put some Joe Schmo in there and they made it work. Brock Purdy did very well at Iowa State for a program that had nobody.
I agree. I agree. That's a question with the quarter. The quarterback's going to be the big question with them. But roster wise and talent wise, I think, they have a really good freaking organization.
I agree 100%.
Shoot, man. The NFC's just not very. Just the NFC is
It's trash.
Not very freaking good.
Any of them could be in the top 4. They're all trash.
Yeah, the Seahawks.
Hey,
Seattle.
Gino.
Seattle. I don't hate Minnesota.
Oh God.
I don't hate them, but I don't. Again, the NFC is the Eagles, the Niners, and everybody else. Honestly, I don't.
It is true. Like going back to Jack's thing, the
It's
NFC is
so
such
bad.
a crapshoot that the Eagles and the 49ers look good last year, and this year
you may have to put the damn Cowboys in the top 4 teams.
Hey, that's where I was going next. Honestly, I might put 3 NFC East teams in the top 3. Because last year they were in the top. Last year they were the Giants, the Eagles, and the Cowboys were all in the top 3 in their record based off of the NFC. They were in the top 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't like,
and they do that. They're either tremendously terrible, or the NFC East is either all horrible or they're all good. It never changes.
Right. I don't like the Packers at all. I just don't think they're going to be worth a shit. I hope Detroit's good. I hope Detroit's because I'm a big fan of the coach. I'm a big fan of him.
Well, we like the Colts. You like your coach too, but you didn't pick them anywhere.
All right, what you got to say, Josh? You set up for something.
I don't know.
It's backwards, Jack.
Obviously, I know what Jack's trying to get me to say. I just hope the Rams are at least a 500 team this year and not the debacle they were last year. So as long as Stafford and them boys stay healthy, I think they'll be okay. I don't think they're a top 4 team in the NFC. Like Jack said, the NFC is every year is a crapshoot. Like there's no consistency for the most part. Like the 49ers could be good, and the next year they can be not good. Same with the Eagles, depending on personnel and injuries and stuff. I would say my one sleeper, if you will, for the NFC is the Lions. I thought they were pretty good last year. actually had some things going. They have a good guy leading them, and then Campbell. It'd be nice for them to kind of build off what they did last year and take that next step forward instead of taking a step or two backwards, because that's kind of some of those teams like that. They have one good year and get all that optimism, and then they have a
Look,
bad season and they go right back to where they were before.
that,
You know what I mean?
that division with the NFC North, the Bears,
I think it's wide open.
I'm not a big fan of the Bears. The Packers are unknown. This will be the first time in how many years when the Packers don't have Rodgers or a Favre.
So are
leading
the
them.
Packers irrelevant to you this year because Aaron Rodgers isn't leading them?
No.
Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, because the quarterback's unknown. You just don't know about the
Jordan
quarterback.
Love, man.
Can he play?
No, I'm just trying to. That's what I'm saying. Mine's really just a question. I don't really because I kind of agree. I don't think that they're going to be all that good, but I don't think that they're going to be like horrible. It's really hard to say what's horrible in the NFC because an under 500 team can get into the playoffs in the NFC. So it's really hard to fucking tell.
It's
Sorry, Josh. My bad.
So it's almost kind of in the same situation as like the Niners. They're both kind of fairly well constructed teams. They're just got big question marks at the quarterback position. You know what I mean? Like if
Minnesota's roster is not horrible.
I don't know.
That's definitely they're definitely a top four for me.
Minnesota?
I still question
Minnesota.
I still question Kirk Cousins, but I do think they got a group of good guys around them. I still think around them that they're a solid team. I just think they haven't had their fair share of big game moments when it mattered. They had the big one with Justin Jefferson against the Bills. That was a big where Justin Jefferson catches the 4th and 18. Like they have moments where they look dangerous. And it won't be a matter of time until they put it all together, and then they are a dangerous team.
What Minnesota needs to do is play every game at noon. That's when Kirk Cousins plays the best. Whoever goes in there, they just be like, we want every game at noon. We want no prime time. We want no Mondays, no Thursdays. Give me every game at noon. and
Sunday nights, just give us noon on
Sundays. But no, I would put the Vikings in my
another
top four
funny
as
thing
well.
too. Another funny thing too that we've been talking to NFC, we haven't mentioned once the NFC South.
Saints,
the Bucks, the Panthers, the Falcons, and the Saints.
I was going to say.
Between
my sleeper's going to be Derek Carr and the Saints. That boy trash.
They got a good squad, bro. They got a good defense.
They got a horrible leader.
They got a good squad.
Dennis Allen? You crazy, bro.
Who?
Dennis Allen?
Hey, so
you crazy.
I'm talking about Derek Carr.
We'll see.
Well, speaking of Saints and somebody that used to work for the Saints, I totally didn't think about it when we were talking about the AFC. But how do we feel about the Broncos with Sean Payton?
I didn't even think about Sean Payton until
Sean Payton,
just now.
Russell Wilson.
Do they have a chance to make some noise, or are they going to be all hype?
I don't think they're going to be all hype. I think they're going to win some games that are going to surprise. Oh, shit.
So what do they do with Russell Wilson? Do they allow him to be creative like they did at Seattle, or do they contain him like they did this first year?
They're not going to contain him. You know who Sean Payton is, right?
I'm just asking because I mean
it's Sean Payton. It's Sean Payton's offense and Denver.
Let Russ cook.
Yeah.
And I think that the whole season could have changed for Denver if they'd allowed him to do something different. The team did not fit the kind of style quarterback Russell Wilson is.
I agree.
So I think that they could creep up there. I just feel like they have a lot of work to do in order for me to jump on the train that they're a sleeper.
They're also in a pretty tough division, are they not? Who's the top dog in their division?
The AFC West, right? Seattle.
No.
Chiefs. I'm sorry. My bad. My fault.
That's why it's hard. That's why it's hard to like go for the Chargers, the Broncos, and the Raiders.
Well, I don't go for the Chargers
because of the Chiefs.
Right.
They have to beat the Chiefs at least 2 times, or someone in their division have to beat the Chiefs more than they lose to them in order to get that spot. or the Chiefs are going to win that division.
So here's one. Here's what division in the AFC used to be like that.
The Pats.
Pats.
Absolutely.
The-
AFC East used to
The
always
AFC
be like
South with Manning
that. It's tough to beat the
and the
top dogs.
Colts
The
Yeah,
NFC
yeah,
East and the
Colts, yeah.
Cowboys.
back in the 90s.
hey, man. Cowboys are NFC East champs this year, baby.
Calling it.
I'm calling it.
Honestly, I'm gonna agree with that.
Okay.
And as a non-biased Cowboys fan, that was actually gonna be my probably number 1 or 2 teams in the NFC this year. Are they gonna win a playoff
East,
game?
baby.
Probably fucking not. But
They'll play. You know who they'll play?
they'll get in. They'll get in.
They'll win the first one, man. They'll get the first one.
Yeah, they'll get the
second
bye
one.
week, so they win the first one.
No, they'll get the first one.
They'll play the team called BYE.
And then they'll get the second one, and they'll get the NFC East or the NFC Championship game and get smoked.
But are they going to beat the Niners?
Against who?
They beat the Niners?
Whoever they play. Whoever they play. Could be Minnesota.
All right. Here's our early predictions for who's going to make the Super Bowl.
Hold on, before we get there. So we all know where Bill Belichick and Andy Reid are. If Andy Reid gets another one, would he surpass Bill Belichick even if he's not the same amount of trophies?
How many does he have?
This will be his 5th if he wins again.
Playing for or coaching 5, right? He has won 3.
He has 1 with Eagles and 3 with the Chiefs.
He didn't win one with the Eagles. He went with the Eagles.
No, he won one as assistant with Green Bay, didn't he?
But he didn't win with the Philly.
Right.
No.
Yeah. You're right. So he has 3 total then.
Mm-hmm.
2. He's been to 3 with the Chiefs.
2 a head coach, 2 with the Chiefs, and 1 as an assistant.
Yeah.
With the Packers.
One more is not going to beat Bill Belichick.
Nah, Bill's up there.
It was just a question. I would agree. I don't think that he's better than Bill Belichick as a coach. Andy Reid. It was just flying. It was just flying off the hip.
What?
Bill has 7.
Where's Andy Reid all time?
Bill has 7. Yes.
Where's Andy Reid all time if he wins another one?
Oh, he's up there. He's
Is
definitely up there. But you got to think about Bill Walsh,
top 10.
Bill Belichick, Bill Parcells,
John Madden,
Tom Landry, Vince Lombardi.
Who's with the? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking. With the Cowboys, the one Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson. I mean,
Jimmy Johnson.
I mean,
I put him in top 10.
George Hallis. I mean,
yeah, I'd put.
I would say top 10 for sure.
Mike Tomlin.
I don't put him in the top 5 yet. And I root for
Mike Tomlin is also a very good coach,
but he's not top 5 yet.
I agree.
I think.
All right, so here's one side question that just popped up in my mind. Pick one coach from the AFC and one coach from the NFC that you would love to play for and be your guy.
We just talked about him, Andy Reid.
I would probably go Mike Tomlin.
Andy Reid and Dan Campbell.
I would go Campbell. I'm with you in that one.
You're going to say Vrabel.
Vrabel seems like the dude that he's a good coach. He's just
can't draft quarterback.
He's just in a shitty situation right now. But he's a good coach. Him or Andy Reid are 1A, 1B for me. Would be the 2. I think who's that? San Fran. What's his name?
I would say his dad over him though, Shanahan. I would say
Dad Shanahan. Yeah, I can see that.
I would even say Gary Kubiak to me. But Josh, who do you got?
That's a good one. I like Andy Reid, obviously.
You better not say him. If you say him, I will throw punch you through the screen.
Do it. Say
it. No, but the other one in AFC that too.
Say it.
I think John Harbaugh would be a good one too. And then the NFC, obviously Campbell would be good.
You know you want to say
it. Say it.
Hey, Josh.
D.B.A.B.
Josh.
I think Pete Carroll would be good.
You know who you're gonna say.
And I think Sean McVay.
Okay, hey, I got something real quick.
Not his assistants and Los Angeles or Minnesota or the Cardinals? What about the Cardinals' new head coach?
He was the DC from the Eagles.
What about the Eagles head coach?
I don't know those guys.
I mean,
hey, Jack, Adam, I got something for you.
What's up?
Once we get done with this, if we're done, if we are, well, we talked about an Xbox the other day. Josh wasn't on that chat either. Just you were. The Randy Johnson.
Oh, me? Oh, the Randy Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but what? So, Super Bowl predictions. That was
Sorry.
the thing. Super Bowl, Josh. All right, we'll let Adam go first. Super Bowl, go. What do you got? AFC, NFC, go.
Oh shit. AFC. I'll probably go. Probably the Chiefs or the Bills, and then NFC.
So you said the Bills finally good to the AFC Championship game, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I think that they might finally make a hump. I think with everything that happened with DeMar Hamlin kind of ruined their playoff. In my opinion, I think that really had a huge effect on how it went into the future for them. They had their mind elsewhere. That really changes everything. That really changes football as a perspective when you watch somebody die on a football field. But I will say the Bills or the Chiefs, and in the NFC, I think that old boy Kirk Cousins might finally make it over a hump and get to one.
That's a good take. That's a good one.
Okay. Not bad.
He's been grinding for a long time, and he's been consistently the same. He's not horrible, but he's been consistently the same.
You are right on the money. I am not going to argue with that one bit, and that's basically what I was saying. I think they finally going to break some. They're going to do some things this year that is going to be abnormal for Minnesota, but it's going to be good for the organization because they've been consistent. You know, like for the last 4 years since he's been there.
Yeah.
They've been winning. They've been winning games that they usually lose.
They had a great season last year, so there's no reason why they wouldn't have another one.
First round playoff game.
Yeah,
like that's tough.
So I do think that he might finally get over the hump and get one. That to me, that's going to be a good take, but it could be a horrible take depending on how, because they are in the NFC. But I do think that no matter what Vikings outcome is, you consistently get the same Kirk Cousins. That's why I would put them over there.
Got it. So he got the Vikings, the Bills, or the Chiefs. All right, go Cletus.
Okay.
Damn. Oh man.
Go AFC first. That one's
AFC
easy for you, apparently.
Dude. The AFC is kind of where I struggle with, just because there's a lot of damn good teams. You know.
Just pick one and go.
Hey,
off the hit, baby. You've been saying it all night. Off the hit, baby. Off the hit, baby.
AFC. Crap, man. Again, this may be awful, but I like Joey B, man. I like Joe Burrow. He is a dude.
Joe Burrow.
Now, is our roster built to beat Kansas City or the Bills? I don't know, but I don't know. I like Joe Burrow, and I did not think he was going to be worth a shit. Honestly, when he came out, when he got drafted, I thought he was one of those system guys, and he's a dude. He's a dog, you know. NFC, say the Niners.
So you got the Niners and Joe Burrow, huh?
Niners and the Cincinnati Burrows.
Okay, I got this. I'm going to piggyback off you. I think in order for Cincinnati to get through the Super Bowl, they need the playoffs to go through Buffalo.
Yeah, I can see that. They cannot go to Arrowhead.
So to me, that's
what if they make it go through? What if they make it go through Cincinnati? I know it's highly unlikely.
I think it could be possible, but if it's in Cincinnati, I think the chances of them. I'm saying, this is my take. You can take it as you want. If it's in Cincinnati or Arrowhead, Bengals aren't going. So that's my Super Bowl prediction of the AFC. All right. If the AFC goes through Buffalo, they will go to the Super Bowl. But if it doesn't go through Buffalo, it's between the Chiefs
And the Bills.
and the Bengals.
Yeah.
But if it goes through Buffalo, the AFC champs, and they get to the Super Bowl. Go, Josh. What do you got?
Oh, I was gonna try to be somewhat different out of the AFC because it's real easy to pick the Chiefs
I was
because of
different.
Mahomes and Kelsey and stuff, and Bills and stuff. But I, like Cleet said, I like the Bengals with Burrow and the pieces they got there. And I don't know. They get some luck here and there and stay injury free and stuff. I think they're definitely going to be able to challenge the Bills and the Chiefs and give them a good game and stuff like that. So I would say Bengals, and then the NFC is tough, but I think if the 49ers can figure out the quarterback situation, I think the rest of that team is set with Christian McCaffrey and Debo Samuels and the defense they got, even though I know they lost their DC, but the last couple of times they've lost their DC, they've replaced them with somebody who's kept that defense the same or got better. You know what I mean? So um, I don't know. I would probably say the 49ers and Bengals, old school Super Bowl rematch from the early '90s. You know what I mean? So it'll be interesting to see. But I think for the most part, all of our takes are going to be pretty solid because unless we are absolutely stunned by a run by the Steelers or Patriots or Cowboys.
Hey, man,
something
you
like
know
that,
how I want?
I think
I want the Four Falls of Buffalo again. Dallas and Buffalo. That's what I want. Bring back the old 90s Dallas Cowboys. Bring those back. Bring it where Dallas would beat the hell out of the Buffalo Bills in prime time and come back with rings. That's what I want. That's my take. I'm taking that. Buffalo and Dallas. Let's go.
You can only hope, my brother.
It's
You can only
Buffalo
hope.
and Dallas. That's my Super Bowl predictions. Too early to tell. Buffalo and Dallas. We'll bring it back, and it's going to be the Five Falls of Buffalo.
You sound like Skip Bayless right now.
Dak Prescott MVP. I'm on it. Dak Prescott MVP.
Oh man, what the crap!
Hey,
Yeah. I think we should just wrap it up on that take right there.
we've been 20 episodes, and I think that'd be the worst take is me saying Dak Prescott MVP. Oh, Aaron Rodgers make playoffs in New York?
Yes.
Or no?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
He
with
makes
that.
playoffs as a wild card, though.
Well, y'all said no.
I'm gonna say
I didn't
no.
bring him in the sleeper cells earlier. So, but all right.
I don't think he's
I'm
going to
gonna
be a
say
sleeper
no.
because he's still Aaron Rodgers. I don't think
don't
anything
think they
about
make
Aaron
playoffs.
Rodgers is a sleeper. That's why.
I don't think they make the playoffs. That's my take on it.
All right, are we? Yeah, I like it.
But
I like it.
sounds good. Well, is there anything else we want to talk about? I know earlier we mentioned. We mentioned about the MLB draft, right? We all followed the College World Series. We watched LSU go and win it. We watched their studs play. MLB draft came and went. First two picks were LSU Tigers. I think that was the first time that's ever happened. Two teammates went back to back, 1 and 2. Other than that, a lot of the names that were drafted were obviously people I didn't know. But it was interesting. I think the 8th pick was the kid from Sinton. That was
Where's
pretty
he
cool to
sitting?
see. I think the Rangers got a pretty good one. So that was interesting there. Cletus, switching gears a little bit, NBA wise, obviously the
breakfast
NBA draft
tacos.
has come and gone. The Spurs got Victor. Obviously didn't have a great debut
Say his
in the
name.
summer league for his first game.
Wembanyama.
Not you, Slappy.
Oh,
Victor
So proud of you.
Wembanyama,
Good job,
right?
Josh.
He likes breakfast tacos, boys.
Thank you.
He'll fit in this right.
I think
that boy needs some
I
breakfast
haven't really followed
tacos.
it, but
That boy gonna be hurt.
yeah, he needs some steak and potatoes.
That boy needs to find a Mexican woman that'll
I
fatten
think they
him
shut
up.
him down, didn't they? I know. I think they shut him
They
down
did.
for the rest
They
of
did.
summer league, didn't
They
they?
did.
After the second
Yeah,
game.
that's a good call. Motherfucker, too small.
It's gonna be interesting to see. I don't know who I was talking with the other day about it, but I know he's kind of got all the hype of being like the next LeBron or having that
We talked about
talent
on the
stuff
show,
like
Big
that.
Dog.
Motherfucker, I heard that and heard that and heard that, and I've only seen one LeBron since
I
LeBron.
don't. But I'm saying I don't. But I don't think he's gonna
Just
reach the
shushed him.
heights that
I
people
said,
think
I
he's
said
gonna
the same
I
thing.
think he's gonna be.
I said the
Like-
same thing.
Like, I'm so sick of that narrative. Like, I understand he might be drafted #1 overall. He's not going to be the next LeBron. Unless I see this man consistently dominate the NBA for 21, 20 seasons, he ain't the next LeBron. I'm sorry.
I agree. I wasn't trying to say
You
he was. I'm
shushed him.
saying like that's
You
what they were
shushed him.
saying.
You did shush him again. You
I
shushed
didn't
him
shush nobody.
You did shush me.
an
I didn't
hour
shush
and
nobody.
20 minutes. Go back and listen
Oh
to the
my
shush.
gosh. I think it's a little tick I have where it just comes out.
Why
I
do you
don't know,
you
right?
sh-
One of those
you
little
shush some
things. Like,
grown-ass
I don't do it
men?
on purpose.
Were you shushed? Were you
I don't
shushed?
know.
Huh?
Oh,
You got to take it on.
He's shushed by the whole female population.
God dang.
Wow. Dang.
All right.
All right. See y'all.
Okay. I do have something though.
Adam, I'm sorry
It's
if I
cool.
shushed you. I'm sorry. It was not.
I
an
do
effort.
have
No, it's
something.
not.
I just don't like the narrative about everybody being compared to LeBron.
Yeah, I agree.
They did it
I
with
agree.
MJ. But
Yeah, but LeBron surpassed MJ, so
Cleat go.
Okay. We were me, Jack, and Cody were on Xbox what, yesterday? Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? 2 days ago. And we were talking, and you know, we got this for Josh and Adam. Okay. You get what did I say? 1 million, 2 million. $1 million. But prime Randy Johnson gets to beam you with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball randomly one time a year.
okay.
Are you?
You
No,
get $1 million
one
each
time
year, or
you get
just one?
you get paid
One time,
you get-
but I got to
you
get pegged
paid
once every year,
for the rest-
unexpectedly.
For the rest of your life. You're getting beamed
Fuck.
60 feet. He's 60 foot away. 100-mile-an-hour fastball from prime Randy Johnson. He stays in his prime.
No, I'm good.
Damn, that's gonna start hurting once I get older. I might be able to take
No,
it now.
I'm
$1 million
good.
is $1 million, but every
All right,
I think-
what's that? What else you got? Because
Okay.
I gotta
I got
think
another
about
one.
this.
do the Grizzly. Do the. Let's do the Bear one.
No,
all right.
I got one
I'm
more.
not. I'm not.
What's it?
taking-
Let's go. Okay, $5 million.
Mm-hmm.
But prime Iron Mike Tyson
Oh,
gets to
God.
knock the hell out of you one time a year.
Why is it one time a year? Why can't it just be one time?
It's just common trend. All right.
That's brutal,
Iron
man.
Mike.
One time a year?
Once he just randomly.
I would take it like going back even to the Randy Johnson one.
You
If it
get
was like,
one-
all right, every year you let Mike Tyson knock the crap out of you once a year, you get $5 million every time. That would make it more okay. I'll do it. But $5 million, and then for the next 20 or 30 years, I'm going to be knocked.
And on top of
by
that,
Mike
I'm gonna
Tyson.
have to live 364,
In
64 days
fear.
because he's gonna get you on one of them.
In fear.
In fear that he's just gonna knock me out.
That's the mental game.
I'm gonna be like this every day. I'm gonna be at my office and I'm just gonna see
Hey.
Mike Tyson walk in and I'm gonna be like, it's like Peter and the chicken from Family Guy
Yes.
on site, man.
He's gonna go. Hey Adam.
just let me have it.
Hi Adam. Let's go. It's time to go.
Bro, I can't believe they had that man give an award at the ESPYs, man. They did that boy wrong. They put that man on the mic and everything.
Oh man, but we were talking about that when I was at Greenwood in the office of you get paid $1 million, but Randy Johnson gets to beam you, no face shots, with a fastball. Prime Randy, are you taking the money?
I'm good.
One
You
of our
can have the
coaches
money.
said
It's fine.
he went, yeah, I've worn 98 or 96, so I mean I'll wear that for $1 million. Crap.
One time though. You get paid.
I'm talking about one time a
Well,
year, my
So
brother.
let me ask you
We're
this.
talking one time a
Let me
year
ask
for
you
$1
this.
million.
What if
There
it-
ain't no amount of stress in my life that would get me to want to do that.
What if it's every year you get so every time he beams you, you get paid $1 million.
Okay.
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. Hand it
Yeah.
to me.
Okay.
I'll fucking do that.
Okay.
we can do
How about
that.
this? 500,000 every
Nah.
time.
Nah. I want $1 million.
You-
That shit tough, man. Bro, once you start getting in the 60s and that man throws a 100-mile beam at you, you cracking some ribs, my brother.
Oh, you may break an arm.
You're gonna spend half that. You're gonna spend half that time in the hospital.
It's also the
Nah.
mental case. Like he gets to pick when he does it, and like Adam said,
Yes.
you're living in constant fear. Like
Yeah, you're walking HEB. Walking
I ain't doing it for any. I ain't doing it for any less than $1 million.
You're walking HEB. You look up and Randy Johnson's in the windup.
I know, man. I'm gonna be like, please be a bird. Please be a bird in front of me. Please have a bird fly in front of me.
yeah, like no
Oh.
way, like no way.
Okay, Jack. Do your I forgot what yours was.
Okay, so you get 3 levels here. All right. So 3 level, 1 million. All right. You swim with shark infested water in one little pool full of shark with chum. All right, that's 1 million. $5 million. A little area for ponds with alligators. Okay, little area that's caved in or blocked in with alligators. Or $10 million, 5 grizzly bear. What you doing?
Bro, those all suck.
Wait, so
Yes.
$1 million, you get to swim in a
chum.
pool with sharks.
Yes.
With chum in
Bro,
the
what do y'all do all day?
$5
We get
5
bored and
million
I'll
start
tell you-
talking.
I'll tell you right now, I'm
10
not
million.
fighting a grizzly bear. You can take that off because that $10 million I'll never
So,
see.
but here's the thing: people survive by like playing dead with a grizzly. People have
Nah,
survived.
not no grizzly bear that's holding on to $10 million. They gonna coke that man up and they gonna send him after you.
Cocaine bear,
That's
baby.
gonna be the cocaine bear.
Cocaine.
That's gonna be the cocaine bear.
What about alligators?
I'm not fighting a grizzly bear. I don't care if you've heard these stories about, oh yeah, I survived by playing dead with the grizzly bear. Nah, partner, not today. Oh boy can keep that. I don't want that. I don't want him.
So you either
I'd
got
probably go after
sharks
the.
or
I'm about to say-
alligators.
I would say after all that, they can just keep the
I ain't
money
going
because I'm
to
not
do it.
going in water
I
with
ain't
sharks
doing
and chums. I'm not. All those creatures can eat me, and I'm never seeing the money anyway. So
Honestly-
like, shark chum, they're gonna take me for a seal.
But
Alligators are gonna eat me. No
but
matter
hypothetically, if I had to
And
pick,
Mr. Grizzly
and
Bears.
I'd probably pick the alligators. Hypothetically, if I had to pick,
Okay.
I feel like that'd be the most prone one I could get out of sooner
Mhm.
because it's swamp water, not ocean water. So you might be able to stand up. So you might be able to run a little bit. The ocean, nah, you toast.
All right.
But the bear, ain't no
What
chance
kind
I'm
of
fighting
shark?
that
What
bear.
kind of shark?
There's no way I'm fighting that
What
bear.
kind of shark?
Great
kind of
white.
shark?
Tiger.
Oh, tiger shark.
Oh, not for $1 million. Y'all don't remember the video a couple weeks ago? The dude getting eaten by the tiger shark.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Here's another one Jack came up with. And they get 3 levels.
Oh my lord.
$1 million, and you have to last 1 round. $1 million, Conor McGregor. $5 million, Chuck Liddell. $10 million, Muhammad Ali.
Give me
See,
King
I said the
Muhammad.
same
I'm
thing.
just gonna run
I
around.
said-
I'm gonna float. I'm floating like a butterfly around the whole ring.
Honestly, I'm probably going Conor McGregor because he's the shortest.
Mhm.
So I feel like you have a stronger chance of running around the ring away from him.
And
Muhammad Ali's like 6'4".
Right.
He's gonna be able to catch your ass. He's gonna be stinging like a bee, motherfucker.
yeah.
Number one.
See,
And Chuck Liddell's gonna
floating
scissor
like a
kick you in the
butterfly.
back of the head with your ugly ass.
see, let's change this up then. Let's go Iron Mike Tyson. Let's go Iron Mike for $10 million.
Oh, I'm running around Iron.
You're
Iron
going
Mike.
around Iron Mike.
Yeah.
See, that's what Jack said was. I said Muhammad Ali too. He goes, that dude was like 6'4". You can.
Yeah.
There's always
that's
so
what
much
that's my whole point.
Mhm.
You can't cover the whole ring.
My,
You got to pick the shortest one in that situation to get out of.
eh,
But if you pick boxing, they're shorter rounds.
Are they?
You pick, yeah, they're 3-minute
the
rounds,
3-minute
and
rounds.
UFC is 5-minute rounds.
yes. Now here's the stipulation of that of if he knocks you out, you don't get the money.
Well,
So
obviously,
you have to survive the whole round.
he's got to survive me.
I think I can. I think like
I think I could do
minutes-
3 minutes.
3 minutes with Muhammad Ali. I think I could do that.
I think I could do 3 minutes,
I
man.
could rope a dope and just survive that round.
Y'all crazy. Man.
I'll be doing this on
I'm
the.
running around the ring away
Well,
from
it's
Muhammad
okay.
Ali.
Did he tell you that?
I
if
just
he
need
not-
3
jumping off the top rope.
minutes.
Did he tell you that whoever stands it,
gets
he
the money.
knocks you out, gets the money.
Yes.
He's not gonna let you run
That's
around.
fine.
Muhammad Ali was a freak of nature.
He don't need no $10 million.
You say, Muhammad, I'll split this
He's
with you.
gonna knock you out. He's gonna knock you out.
Well, Mama said to catch me.
Punky would catch you. I've caught you.
Well,
I would just wear him out. by
I
running
think
around
that
and let him
if
swim.
that's the case, I'd probably go Conor McGregor because that's probably more guaranteed, and the ring is bigger.
Yeah, I agree.
Longer
I
rounds
said
though.
that.
Longer rounds though.
I
Because you
said
got to think
Conor.
the UFC have longer rounds.
Mm-hmm.
No
But
shot
I
at
think I
Conor,
could do
but I'm
5
not
minutes
picking
with the
Muhammad.
giant octagon.
Now here's the
I'm not
question:
doing.
What's
I'm not
bigger,
doing
octagon or
Muhammad
the
Ali.
boxing ring? Octagon.
Octagon. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not doing Muhammad Ali. I promise you that.
You
That
gonna check
dude.
with
And
Dale?
he's way shorter. He's only like 5'6", so I got some strides on him.
Could you go check
And
with
he obviously can't. He can't fight on the ground, so he's not going to do that.
Is he?
Chuck Liddell's like 6'4" as well. Chuck Liddell, big boy too.
Is he really that
Yeah.
tall?
Who you
I-
got,
yeah.
Josh? Who are you picking? You're picking Muhammad
This man
Ali.
picked Muhammad Ali.
You're gonna run around. You guys are
I picked
dumb.
Muhammad Ali.
man. That's one of the dumbest.
Hey, but
I'll
I
be
will
dumb
say-
to fight in the ring with an octagonal Conor McGregor, but I think I have a better chance than fighting Muhammad Ali. A freak of nature, first off. He's 6'4", 6'5", long, lanky gun.
Who says
And then
I'm
you're fighting a
him?
dude
I'm
that's
just wrong.
5'. Well, I'm 6'3", and Conor McGregor's 5'6". That's a
Yeah,
I'm
but
not-
here's the
he's-
thing:
you're gonna
me
knock
and
me
Josh,
out.
me and
But-
Josh.
Hey, I'm going
aren't
for one
6'3".
takedown early in the round, and then I'm running.
Crazy, man. No, that's why 10 million against Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest. Sting like a butterfly, float like a bee. That guy didn't just say that; he did it. Y'all
This man
crazy.
said sting like a butterfly.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know no
Muhammad-
butterfly that stings.
"Man, y'all crazy."
You know what I mean?
Hey, but the thing about Muhammad though, Muhammad's only got these right here, which I know they're good. So you just got to
You
bob
can't
and
bob and
weave
weave
and run
nothing.
around
Shut
the
up.
ring.
Bro, you ain't bobbing weaving nobody.
You ain't
But
bobbing and weaving
Conor-
that dude. You were.
I'm just saying.
But with
I'm
the
just
MMA
saying.
guys, you
and then
gotta
you
worry
want
about
to go against
everything
Conor
else.
McGregor, who can use his entire body and wrap around and do all this
That man-
judicial bullshit.
I don't know if you've ever
His
watched him
fist-
fight. The man
his
cannot fight on
fist-
the ground. So number one,
His
he's not going
fist
to the
is
ground.
the size of your face. You
I
can't.
hope that man hit you in your
I will
egg
say-
ass head.
Oh, my, his fist is the size of your
I
face.
will.
You're
I will
not
say
ducking
out of all
that.
these. Calm down. I would say out of all these scenarios that y'all thrown up, I'd rather stay where I'm at financially than get a ball thrown at me, get eaten by an animal, or get knocked out.
I
by
like
a
this
wrestler
tower
or
better
some
than
kind
all
of
your other
convention.
options, though, because this one, if I get knocked out, I'm still popular. So I'll still eventually make money. But if I don't get knocked out, then I'm $1 million richer. And I don't get to have to worry about getting beat up again.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, or having a baseball thrown at you 100 miles an hour
Once a year,
once a
man.
year.
And obviously, he wouldn't do it consistently. So it would just be a bunch of random times. Your mom's birthday? Bam!
I do have a question.
Happy Hanukkah. Bam.
Christmas?
The,
Bam!
I do have a question. Question here. I have a question. From this, y'all mentioned that y'all were talking about this on the Xbox. Was this the same Xbox nighting that y'all were talking smack about somebody?
Who we talking smack about, bro?
Something like a Loofah boy or Loofah boy
Loofah
or
boy?
something like that?
What?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, the loofah question.
Oh
Inside
yeah.
How'd you know about the loofah?
I got my sources.
Cody coached Jimmy or Blaze.
No, it wasn't Cody.
No.
No, it wasn't Blaze. It's my sources. I can't give up my
Who
sources.
was
Shut
in the
up.
conversation with us?
It was just us three. I thought.
They weren't playing.
Taylor? No. Hannah.
Anyway, so
Hannah.
it was a
Hannah Rose.
Hannah, gosh, Hannah, you serious? It was. It had to be Hannah.
Yeah.
I'm not revealing my
Hannah, you
sources.
do that again, I will put you on blast.
Hey, did y'all? I saw this.
Well,
the
I
other
gotta
day.
know now about the loofah.
So you are a loofah man, aren't you?
You would be a loofah man. You freaking. But
Yeah, what do y'all use? I go.
Adam, what do you?
I
do
use a
sometimes
wash
with the
rag,
bar soap, but
like
then I have the
a
loofah.
towel, like a wash rag.
so the
I have
what,
a loofah, but I don't use it.
what started this was Grizzla bought me wash rags and some stuff
She's
for.
tired of you playing with your thingy in the
Well,
shower.
here's
She's like, use this loofah instead.
she's helped me unpack, and she goes, "Where's your wash rag at?" I said, "I don't use one. I use my hand." And she goes, "You have to use a wash rag." I go, "No, my hands. I can clean myself with my hand just as good as a dang wash rag." And so she goes out and buys me a wash rag. Yeah, it's and that
Trying to
was
send you
kind
a
of the
message.
whole the origin of this.
And then I said, Cobb said he was a loofah man, and I said, yep, I bet Josh is too. That's where it
Yep.
started.
Oh, fucking A. Sometimes, not every
And
time,
then
but
the
I do.
source had to be
Hannah Rose.
Hannah Rose.
Yeah.
I'm not
So-
revealing
It's
my
Hannah
sources.
with the laugh, because she's the only one that would say something to you about it.
The
And next time you got on, that would have been a conversation, but you wanted it to the public, so that's on you.
Yep. The all 5 people that
Okay.
listen to this thing. But
Team Loofah's
Yeah.
over here. Let's go.
Did y'all see Tyson Fury and
Is
Francis?
there something wrong with using a loofah? I feel
No.
like that's.
It's just
I feel like
It's a certain type of people.
Everybody, as long as at the end of the day you're clean, you're clean. It
Exactly.
doesn't matter how you do it. So.
Tell Grizzly.
I told
You
her.
won't. You won't.
I did. I told her. I said no.
He goes,
I did. I said I talked to people. I polled it. More people use their freaking hand to clean themselves in the shower than a freaking washcloth.
I don't know.
Mic drop.
Yeah, Loofah boy.
This.
That's fine. I'm
So,
fine
Josh,
with it.
if you
As
don't
long
use
as
a
I get-
loofah, do you use your hand? Is that what?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a 50-50?
Like if I don't have, like if I don't have a loofah there, or if I don't feel like going through the process of using it, then I'll just put the stuff in my hand and wash it, or I'll
But
get
the
a bar
loofah's
of
more
soap.
disgusting than the hand.
Yeah, you like wash your ass, then you wash your face with the same loofah,
No, I don't.
I got
no,
face
I don't,
wash.
No, I don't put the loofah.
and you use what?
I use my hands.
And so the
Mr. Loofah uses the loofah. He just washes his ass with it.
This man
No, I
probably
do not.
washes his
No.
ass, and then he's like, you know what? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This smells great.
Josh, you can shake your
You know-
finger all day. They can't.
And this
hear
man
you
probably
shake
does
your
this
finger.
too, because we know he don't need no shampoo.
It's all hands up here, all hands on deck up here.
Oh my gosh.
No, I don't use the loofah down there. It's everywhere else except there.
Yeah, Josh, you kind of brought this on yourself. That's funny. They said you
I
were
bet-
a loofah man.
Well,
I bet
That's
you
cool.
got two.
That's funny
loofahs.
that we called it, man. That's funny that we called it.
Yep.
Cobbs
So
is
when you
also
got-
a loofah man, you said?
When you got this
Cobbs is
text,
a loofah man. That's what
when
he
you got
said.
this text, what did you say? When you got this text
Huh?
message, what did you say?
I just laughed and asked them if they said anything else. If y'all had said anything
So I
else.
have a bug in
You
my
said
own
no.
house.
It's pretty funny how she.
Oh,
said it.
there's the source. We got it out of him.
Yeah. Well, we already figured that out. We already figured that out, but no, it's all good. I know deep down that y'all wouldn't truly do it. So I just laughed about it when she told me about it, and then at first when she said loofah, I was like, "What the hell is that?" So I had to go Google it, and I figured out what it was.
You
I
know
was
what
like,
a damn loofah is?
no, we didn't understand what know what
You
we're
don't
talking
know where
about.
damn Loofah
Huh?
is?
Well, I just Googled. I was trying to. I actually Googled loofah board to see if it was like on Urban Dictionary or something.
You would.
We would text you if it was shit
I
like that.
did.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome.
I know it wasn't like she didn't make it seem like it was actual. She was just messing around, but
All right, Jack.
it was
You
just
gotta
funny. It's just
secure
funny because it's
the.
like out of the blue.
You gotta secure the house better than what you are right now, man.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
information can't get out like that.
Yep. And she's
Damn.
and she
It be your own homies. It be your own homies.
Your
To
own
be
people.
fair,
Your own
I'm more surprised it wasn't on Twitter.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Or I really almost put something on Twitter today
to
because
blast her
she's
wife.
struggling. Because she's struggling today. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'll let bygones be bygones, and I'll let this one slide. But when I get off here, I'm gonna tell her something.
That y'all's bank account.
Yeah, Hannah.
Y'all's bank account and
Yeah,
Disney got
Hannah.
a mix.
All right, so I think that's a pretty good. I think that's a pretty good ending for our show
Look,
tonight.
there's the guest. You see her?
Gentlemen,
Look
as
at our
always.
guest in the.
I see her. She goes.
I see the rat. I see the rat.
But as always, fellas, it's great to do these episodes with you for the DBAB podcast. Thank you for taking your time to hop on and always deliver a great episode. It's always, like I said, an enjoyment to be with you guys and just shoot the shit and have a good time, roast each other, talk about sports, talk about movies, whatever the case may be. It's always good, and it's always a blessing to be with you guys. So, I wish you all the best for the rest of this week and next week. Um, Next week's episode, we'll see about it. I'll be in Cali in Disneyland, so maybe Jack will have to take over and lead the show next week or whatnot. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is the DBAB podcast.